trying to convince Jackie to let us go back to Nashville in November because they have Emo Night Nashville.
Debbie hurting his shoulder.
Dude, I don't know what happened. I just woke up and it was like this.
He was jerking it.
It's my left arm.
Totally
yeah, you do that so it feels like someone else is doing it.
I've tried. It's not as fun.
It's not as fun. Doesn't feel as fun when someone else when it feels like someone else is doing it.
This right hand.
He doesn't have the proper.
Honestly, no, it doesn't.
Coordination.
It doesn't.
Are you like way more right hand dominant? Like, do you not do anything with your left hand, or like?
I do things with my left hand. Like, there's things my left hand can do, but I am
just not jerking. Just not jerking.
You jab with your.
Dude, I am very right hand dominant. I am very right hand dominant.
So your left hand feels like someone's just got it.
That's crazy. I'm right hand submissive.
Get on your knees.
Get on your knees.
Get on your knees.
I need to put my colors on. I need to put my colors.
I don't want to. Are you left-handed brat too?
We fly the rafters, fill the beers, head towards the seas. Ride the waves around the world, the pirates like the heroes. Our beers and then we choose the journey to go. Shipwreck Show, AG is number one.
Hello, what's tired, everyone? I'm happening, and it is episode 139 of the Shipwreck Show. It's Xander here, and I am your host today for this episode. Joining me tonight, we have a couple of lovely, handsome fellas. Let's see, who do I want to start with today? We are going with the one, the only, Brevin Devin Stanford, the dude. How's it going,
Just
bud?
call me handsome?
Yeah,
handsome?
I mean, I wouldn't say conventionally attractive, but, you know, handsome to some degree. In a lumberjack kind of way. Just want to pour some maple syrup all over you. Sorry, I'm getting sidetracked. How you doing, dude?
Have you ever seen a Modalito?
What would you call me?
Zoom tight.
So I was ordering some beer off of GoPuff the other day, and I was like, "Oh, 24 pack. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna buy this." It shows up, and I open the case, right? And are you ready for this?
Hold on, I need it.
Look at how tiny this is. It's like a little 7-ounce beer bottle.
Oh, you said Modalito. Okay. So
it's legitimately called a Modalito.
Modelito is what he meant. Okay.
Yeah. But yeah. I'm doing.
I'm thinking like MOTOLITO. Like what? What's
Modelo Pequeño? You know what I'm saying? That's what he meant.
There you go. That makes more sense. Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm doing good. Went to a show on Saturday. Went and saw The Substance on Friday. 4 people walked out of our theater.
I've been meaning to ask.
4 people walked out. I counted. I watched. I paid attention. I saw 4 people walk out. Yeah.
What do you think? Because I read up on it, so I know what happens in the film. What did you think?
So it wasn't bad, but like realistically, I think like some of those articles kind of hyped it up because like the thing is definitely a lot worse graphically.
Really?
If we're they
do that 100%. A lot. They do that a lot these days. I mean, even like
100%.
Terrifier currently, they're trying to do that with. We're like, if you are experiencing nausea and you know anxiousness, then you know consider finding an emergency expert at the exits. And it's like they do this shit with every fucking horror movie now, where they're like 8 people walked out during previews. Well, it's because they were fucking normies. Okay, they don't see horror movies. That's why.
Yeah, they're Demi Moore fans. That's why they walked out. Demi Moore doesn't do horror movies.
Well, I just don't understand why the fuck they would have people that don't review horror movies reviewing horror movies. I don't understand the point of that. It's like having a guy who doesn't really play other video games besides Destiny review games that are not Destiny, or vice versa.
Only playing in Destiny and Rocket League wouldn't be me. Anyways, yeah,
I
I'm
feel
doing
like
good.
I know who you guys are referencing.
Jesus
Well, I don't
Christ.
know what you're talking about. I was just
He's-
talking about 2 games, man.
He's wrestling with something is what. Yeah. Go on, Devin.
But yeah, no, I had a good weekend. Played a lot of guitar, like a lot of writing for both projects I'm working on right now.
Okay.
It was actually kind of cool. When I was at the Tsunami show, my buddy Eric, who I'm working on this project with
With an
he's
S, not a
already
T.
showed. Yep.
Sorry, I was making sure they do the spelling of what you're doing. So they
Yeah.
don't think that you're actually at like a tidal wave. You know what I mean?
yeah. Anyways, I'm at this show, and my buddy has already showed a couple friends of ours, and I didn't know this yet, but they came up to me and they're like, "Hey, that project that you're doing with Eric," and I'm like, "Yeah," and they're like, "Dude, it's really good. Like, I think this is some of the best stuff you guys have done." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, all right, yeah." I was like, "Okay," coming from like fellow musicians who also play it and stuff like that and tour. So it was a nice little
Now,
pick me up.
was this the one that you showed me? Well, what was it like
Yes.
last week? The one that I was like
Yes.
really vibing to. Okay.
Yeah.
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 Citizen.
I'm
yeah.
not surprised that they said that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's microwave.
His transit cover band. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's more of a super heaven cover
Here we go.
band.
Okay,
but-
here we go. Let's go.
Okay. Well, we also have the man who is not in a cover band. We have the Ocean Shrine, Ernell Pearson. What's going on, dude?
What are you talking about? They're
How's
asking
your not
Alexandria.
cover band?
Shark Daddy for Prez 2024. Dude, I am still really sore and tired. I'm like, dude, like,
Feel
so,
that.
okay, so there's gonna be a couple details in here that I need you guys to, even though it's on record, keep it off record, okay? So, one,
Okay.
it was a fine trip. The drive down to or up to Yakima was beautiful. It's a beautiful ass drive. I've never taken this specific way before that's like eastbound and then up, and it just like looks like desert like halfway through. It's really, really pretty. So I was pretty stoked about that. Everyone was really, really nice. Some of the bands that played Edgefest were fucking phenomenal. There's a band called Favism specifically that are this sort of like hardcore metalcore combination with a female vocalist that just, I don't know how the fuck this tiny being has such a big voice, but they fucking killed it. It was a really great time, especially getting a chance to hang out with some of the bands that we're like friends with. But so firstly, your boy tried taking in Adderall prior to our set. Just to kind of like fuck around and just like see like what happens. You know what I mean? Just see what happens.
You wanted to fuck around and find out?
Oh, dude, I fucked around and found out.
What'd you find out?
I found out that I fucking nailed it. Except for one song, I like couldn't, in my in-ear monitors, I couldn't hear the backtracks like well enough, and my drummers like, so in my in-ears I get his kick drums and our guitar and the backtracks, and then I can hear myself, right? His like cymbals and like snare and stuff I can typically hear when I'm close enough to him, but the stage was so big that I couldn't hear anything but his kicks. And so I couldn't quite, during this one specific song, I couldn't quite hear like where I was. So I was rushing. So I was like half a beat in front of everything, and I could tell that I was about halfway through the song, and I was like, ah, shit. And so I had to like stop and like wait until like the next like vocal, like backing vocal like cue to come up, and then be like, okay, now I know where I'm at. And then by the time that I could actually do anything about it, we were already at the bridge of the song. So I was like, ah, fuck, okay, well, I guess I'm just gonna have to own that. But one thing that I found out is that it gives you really bad cotton mouth. So I'm on stage just knocking back water. I'm just chugging these bitches, dude. I had like, I asked for 2 bottles every time we play a set, and I had to ask for 2 more. So I was just knocking these bitches, not because I was thirsty, but because I couldn't get rid of this cotton mouth that I kept fucking getting. And just like, we finished the set, and we went outside, we put things down. Typically, like as the vocalist, like after we get done playing a set, my job is to first thing goes straight to the merch table in case there's people that want to like buy merchandise. Like typically the front man's engagement with the audience is really important in terms of trying to sell merchandise. So that's my job. After we place it, I immediately go to the merch table. Well, we got a couple sales. After that, I was like, oh my God, this cottonmouth is fucking driving me insane. So I like went outside to get like some fresh air, and there was like a taco stand
Hey.
right by the front door. And I was like, oh fuck. Because we just got done playing.
Immediate weakness. You just caved immediately. You're like, okay.
Because like the day of a show, I try to eat really light so I don't feel like sluggish on stage. And so I like had barely eaten anything that day. And I looked over and I was like, oh fuck, you know what I'm saying? And I go up and I'm like, are you guys still open? And this little Hispanic girl is like, yes. And I'm like, can I have a taco? And she's like, you can have 3. And I was like, oh fuck. You know what I mean? I was like, yeah, okay, I'll have 3. And she's like, rice or beans? And I was like, I get rice or beans too? Dude, like I was befuddled because this could have potentially helped my cotton mouth, right? And on top of that, satiate my need for a taco in that very moment. And so I got this plate. They gave me 3 tacos and a side of rice. And these tacos were steak tacos. And they had a little like condiment thing where you could like throw on cilantro and onions and sauce and all sorts of shit, like right there in front of the little grill. As I topped these bitches off, and I stood off to the side of the front of the venue, just drenched in sweat still, just lost in the fucking sauce on these tacos.
I can picture this.
Just
I had carne asada tacos for lunch today, so I know that feeling.
And man, I could feel my eyes rolling in the back of my fucking head. Just like, oh my God. That's so good. Dude.
Some say that eating food is half the orgasm of sex, so why not just eat food twice? And it sounds like you ate food 3 times.
I did, yeah. Some also say that 3 is just right.
Inches.
I'm
Tacos
not
were
even
probably
going
3
to
inches
try and
width.
think of a segue. We got the tabletop kid himself, Vermilion Beard. Garrick be playing. What you playing?
My fingertips hurt, man, from fucking putting minis
That's
together.
it. Just stop right
This
there. My fingertips hurt from fucking.
Dude. Yeah.
Just stop, man. Yeah, that's good. Good intro, man.
I've actually been fighting a fucking cold since like
Yeah.
Thursday. You can probably hear that I probably sound a little stuffy.
A little
at
bit,
least.
yeah.
But I'm on the downhill slope. I actually took the day off work because I literally fucking woke up just feeling like god awful shit today. But I ended up going back to sleep and like sleeping until 1 p.m., which I do not do. So I am assuming I needed the rest. But as soon as I woke up, I got back to building my models. Actually, if you guys you can kind of see it over there. I have like my craft table set up, but it's usually just like sitting right here in front of the desk. But I moved it over there. So, but it's got like all of my sprues, the plastic that holds the miniatures, and then like I literally have a fucking book stand with like the build manual up on it, and I've got like my cutting mat and my tools over there, and my Tamiya extra thin cement. I've been huffing that all day. Actually, just kidding. I've had the window open. But it is potent. And yeah, I picked it up on Saturday, and I've just been slowly putting it together. The terrain took me like a day in and of itself. And then I started building like the little bug guys. They're called Vespids. I have all of those, but I think three of those left, maybe. Yeah, 3 of those left, I think, and then I'm all done with that. And then I'm finished with that whole team, and then I just got to put the other team together, and I'm all done with the building part of that. And then I've been reading the rules. Literally, just been like actually took the core rulebook with like to bed with me last night, and was just like reading it. Was just reading it.
That was your bedtime story to yourself.
Yeah,
he is now the
that's pretty
Warhammer.
nerdy. That's pretty nerdy.
Yeah,
Once upon a time,
that's what
you
I've been
put
doing. Honestly,
piece A1 next to A2.
Well, no, I didn't. Not the build manual. The rules. The rules. The rules.
Oh, yeah.
Rules. It was
Same
basically like reading a
difference.
D&D manual. Honestly, is kind of what it felt like. But no, I've been having a really good time with it. My fucking fingertips really do goddamn hurt from pressing the pieces together. The Vespids that I've been working on in particular are very spiky. And so like pushing their like arms together in place has been kind of a pain in the ass. I've been learning a lot about the gluing process because that part's been like the shit that's been stressing me out so much. But I found out in my research that plastic glue is not in fact glue at all. Has zero adhesive properties. It's fucking acetone. Yeah. And so basically, like you apply the glue, or in this case, that's why they label it cement, is you apply the cement to either part of the model that needs to be bonded together. And then you wait, so you put it on one side and then you put it on the other side, and then you wait about 30 seconds. And the plastic actually starts to soften and melt. And then you push the pieces together and then you wait. And then it just bonds them together forever. Or no.
Do you ever like take them like Barbie dolls and just like, you know what I'm saying? Do you ever just...
For our audio listeners
I haven't.
out there,
I haven't
can you
yet.
describe what you're doing
he's
right
doing
now?
You know, like,
into
like, I mean, like, imagine if the Barbies were this tiny, like what this would mean. You know what I mean? Like, with a Barbie doll, you're like going like
clack, clack.
like,
yeah, I know. No,
Yeah.
no, or
Okay,
no.
he gets it.
I am not doing that with my miniatures. They're not fragile, but they're not like, they're small. And also, I just spent a very long time putting them together. So no,
okay.
I did not do that. But no,
Okay.
so yeah, but you literally like you cement them together, and then literally it just becomes one piece of plastic after it's done bonding. But I learned about some science that has helped improve my gluing process, and I found it really interesting. It's not like anything crazy.
I can't wait to hear about this.
Yeah.
Okay. I need to know.
So basically, what I was originally doing, so like I'll actually fuck it.
Can we take bets? Is it cum or spit? Which one is it? Can we take bets?
Fucking Christ.
What the hell are you?
it's
He's thinking I'm to the other thing yet, and I'm not to the other thing yet.
Oh shit! Okay, all right, fine.
No, I'm not. I'm still talking about it. But anyways, I've been using this stuff. It's like this is the extra thin cement that I use to bond my miniatures together.
Okay.
But basically, it's got like a little brush applicator in there, and I had just been brushing like a piece of the model and then brushing a piece of the model and then pushing them together. I don't fucking need to do that, I found out, because science. So there is a property that liquids have, or it's a thing that they can do. It is a thing that a liquid can do without the need of like gravity and stuff or extra forces. It's called capillary action. So basically what that means is like if you were to take a water droplet and place it on something that had a natural crease in it, and you placed it in the center of that crease, it would naturally, of its own volition, want to spread out and try to fill that crease. All on its own, just by the nature of the liquid. Unless it's got like a good surface tension, that's when you can make like, droplets on plastic, but that's like its own thing. Most plastics are porous, so it wants to guide itself along that groove. So rather than painting the glue on and then pushing them together, I put the pieces together in advance and actually make sure they're lined up in advance and then hold them there, and then take the brush applicator and it'll have like a drop of glue on the end, and then you place it on the gap. And then it will naturally spread the glue along the crease and bond itself without me having to work to get it into the crevices and fuck up where it goes. So gravity essentially will just be like, whoop, it's just going to go into this spot. And then I just hold it for 30 seconds and then it's just instantly glued and I don't have to brush it on. I don't know. It was really fucking cool. I just it's really cool to see because like you can literally see it happen. Like you put the dot on and like it'll just go and it just spreads out. Yep. I mean, you can literally just see it spread out. It's really cool.
It is cool. It's just not cum.
No, and honestly, it's interesting that he's really not reaching all that hard. Because it's interesting that you bring that up because I haven't sent them to the staff chat yet. but I have them locked and loaded and ready
Excuse me?
for my little thing.
Okay.
But are the TikToks. But
Yeah, okay, yeah, the thing
the
we're gonna get
TikToks.
into.
But
I got you.
you're not far off. I would
Okay,
say
sure.
it's come adjacent, if you will.
Come adjacent. Okay.
Secretion.
Nice, dude.
Can we?
That's my
No,
kinda
we gotta.
content.
We gotta be scientific about this. Call it
Your
secretion.
imagination can. I'll let your imagination be whatever that is.
This is my
and you can
kind of
figure out what it is.
episode, boys. This is what I'm talking about. Come adjacent.
yeah.
Let's go.
Ernell's gonna
We're
love it.
talking about his minifig secretion.
Can we name this episode "Come"?
Please no.
No,
But like
depends how the rest of the
COME.
episode
Can we
goes.
do like COME? Like
No,
maybe?
I feel like we have
No,
previous
calm.
episodes that like hold that title a lot better. Am I wrong? I mean, we have an episode with all of us as fleshlights as
That's true.
thumbnail.
We do have that.
That's
You're welcome.
I-
You're welcome for that.
I was
yeah.
this close to
Such a good
scrubbing that
thumbnail.
memory out of my brain.
You guys were very
Such a good
upset with me.
thumbnail.
for that
I
one,
saw
yeah.
the photo the other day. I saw the thumbnail the other day. So it's like,
Yeah,
Jeez.
you know,
Well,
I mean,
you
yeah.
too can learn about our miniatures because this is the Shipwreck Show, where once a week, every week, four of the Brethren Court gather together to discuss anything and everything the Seven Seas has thrown our way. If you're riding this wave, you can head on over to our Discord channel where you can submit questions and topics, and you can get exclusive content. And you can also have early access to episodes before they go live on podcast and video services. But you can also support us by following or subscribing to Good Kraken over at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in our bio in order to get updates when new episodes go live everywhere. Well, you have
Yes,
some
Xander.
captain's orders, my friend.
Ooh, okay.
So we did not have 20K films.
No, not
Maybe not.
not this past week. Yeah. No,
However,
definitely.
we did have an upcoming horror games episode for GKDR, as well as Space Marine 2, the final mission over on Splash Damage. You can check those out on our YouTube channel.
Yeah.
And next Wednesday, we do have Splash Damage coming up. You guys are playing some Silent Hill 2 remake, I hear.
Yes, sir. That will be me playing, and Devin will be sitting in the passenger seat with me for that one. Be Wednesday
I'm actually looking
at
forward to
7
that.
p.m. Pacific time. That'll be a good time.
10 p.m. Eastern time.
Yes, sir. We don't talk about
yeah,
East Coast.
yeah,
We don't-
West
we don't
Coast,
talk-
West Coast. Come
we don't
on.
talk about that
Producer,
coast, you know what I'm
can you get a zoom in?
Oh yeah, you want the
Anyway,
one?
Garrick.
You want the one? Here, I can make that up
What?
for you. Oh yeah, no, shit. No, I didn't set up ones on this one. I'm sorry.
I'm trying my best
What?
Dwayne Johnson. Anyway, Garrick,
where-
you
yeah.
had some something the tiki takis to show
Oh
us?
yeah. I have some TikToks to
Tiki-takis?
share with you guys.
Yeah,
I
where
have
are
three of
these
them.
at? Where are these at?
Okay, I just sent them. They're here now.
Oh wow. Oh
Um,
shit. He had those locked and loaded. Okay.
So
Woo-wee.
literally
Okay.
just start. You have to do them in order. Start with the top link. This is
Okay,
it's important.
All right, for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Okay.
And everybody,
all right,
you don't need to open the links independently. Ernell's got this screen. He's got like a thing up for you guys so you can watch along.
Yeah,
that is correct,
but
yes.
it's educational and it's awesome, and I wanted to
Dog.
share it with you guys.
okay. Hold on. I gotta get. Let's take a step back. Let's take a step back here because people at home don't know what the fuck we're laughing about.
We have a theme already. We have a theme. We talk about secretion.
We do, yeah, yeah. That's for sure. Okay,
I can't wait to see what
Okay.
Ernell's recommendeds are on TikTok.
I give to you
What's your For You page, dude?
my new favorite thing I've discovered on TikTok: dong math.
dong math. Okay, okay,
Okay.
For it.
For sure.
I'm here for it. Let's hear
okay.
this.
Gentlemen, we ready?
Yeah. I'm
Okay.
good.
Yeah.
I'm
Here
good.
comes dong math for the first
Dong.
time.
The average dong is 5.17 inches long. 1 mile is 5,280 feet. So we multiply that by 12 to get 63,360 inches. So we take that number and we divide it by dong. And we get 12,255.3191 dongs per mile. So the circumference of Earth is 24,901.461 miles. So we multiply that by dongs per mile for a grand total of 305,175,351 dongs to go around Earth. But we're not just done there. You're probably asking yourself, how many dongs is the average man? Well, the average man is 5 feet 7.5
Holy
inches.
shit.
So some quick math is 67.5 inches. So we divide that again by dong, and we get 13.0560928 dongs tall.
So, yeah, that's dong math, boys.
Dong
There's
math,
more.
wow,
We have more dong math.
Okay. All right. Okay. We're doing
We
this.
have more dong math, and I just want you guys to continue to enjoy this with me.
I do have questions. I suppose we'll save questions for the end here.
Of course.
Yeah, I would assume so. Yeah.
They may be answered in
A lot of you
subsequent
have been
videos.
asking me, how many dongs to the moon? Well, the distance between Earth and the moon is 238,900 miles. So all we need to do is multiply that by dongs per mile, which we know is
APM, dongs per mile.
12,255.3191 dongs. So the grand total is 2,927,795,732.99 dongs to the moon. But even more interesting enough, 4.1 billion dongs are available on Earth right now. So even if we use all those dongs, we will have 1,172,204,267.01 leftover dongs, which we could use for so many things. But you're probably thinking to yourself, what about dong time? The time of dong. Well, the lifespan of dong is the lifespan of man, which on a global average is 68.4 years. So the life of dong is 68.4 years. But how do we apply this? Well, it's easy. America is 248 years old, so you simply divide by the life of dong to get 3.625730099 dongs old.
Only 4 dongs old, gentlemen. America is only 4 dongs old. Can you guys believe that?
Only
And the math checks out.
4 dongs. Yeah, it does. You're right. Mathematically speaking, it does check out. I have questions. We'll get to it.
The
We'll
average
get
dong
to it.
was 5.6 ounces, and 1 pound is 16 ounces. So
Oh my
if
God.
you divide by dong, you get 2.857142286. But let's simplify that and round up for an easy 2.86 dongs per pound. And 1 ton is 2,000 pounds. So if you do some quick math and multiply by dong poundage, you get 5,000
Dong poundage.
Dong poundage.
which is a ton of dong.
Ton of
And interesting
dong.
enough, the world record bench press by Jimmy Kolb is 1,401 pounds, or Jimmy Kolb actually bench pressed 4,006.86 dongs. And did you know, the average American man weighs 199.8 pounds, which is equivalent to 571.428 dongs. And the ladies out there, well, in America, they average 170.8 dongs, which is a very funny number and a lot of dongs. But you're probably asking yourself, how many dongs do I eat a day? Well, the average American eats between 3 and 5 pounds of food. But with some quick dong units, we realize they actually eat between 8.56 and 14.3 dongs daily.
Garrick.
I did the math, and I'm like 472 dong.
You're
That's what I weigh.
472 dong.
Yeah, I weigh about
okay.
472 dong. Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. It's quite a bit of dong. Not a ton of dong, but quite a bit.
So, okay. So,
I got a question.
Go. Yeah, sure.
How did you even stumble across this? Like, what did you search? What have you been watching that put this in your TikTok for you?
That's the beautiful thing, man. That has no hashtags. That was a straight up 100% all natural pull on the For You page, and I was just elated to find it. It was like an instant, yeah, no, we're gonna be following along with whatever the fuck this is, because this is endlessly interesting and funny to me, because not only is it funny, it's about wieners, which is also something that who doesn't enjoy a good wiener,
It's
right?
just funny.
And
Yeah,
then
wiener's
it's
funny.
scientific on top of it. You know, it's mathematically accurate. And that's just something. It's a multi-level something rather for me. I just
That is
fucking.
factual. Yeah, that's
I've watched those videos a bunch of times.
Yeah, because you wanted to know the algorithm yourself. Jesus Christ.
100%. I got to know that I want to be able to apply the algorithm in my everyday life.
So my question in terms of dongs around the earth, okay, are we lining up the dongs? Are the dongs
Yeah,
tip to butt?
yeah, end to end, if you will.
Do you think dong is including ball, or is it just tip to end of shaft?
I'm assuming because balls haven't even come into the equation here. I'm assuming that's a whole different formula, right? He hasn't gotten there. We're still on only dong, and we're using just a unit of measurement, and you don't really measure your balls, right? So I'm assuming it's tip to shaft.
Yeah, but I mean, like, okay, sure, yeah, sure. I actually wait, hold on. I guess a better way to phrase this, right, is in terms of measuring. Is he measuring from bottom of the dong or the top of the dong? Because you get a different measurement there, right? If you're doing bottom of the dong, you're stopping at the balls. You know what I mean? You're stopping at the balls.
I think the honest measurement's from the top, right?
Right. That's the honest measurement, if you ask me.
Yeah. So we gotta assume that he's applying the same method that one would use.
Okay. Sure.
We gotta trust there.
Xander looks like he's champing at the bit here. Does Xander have any questions for the class?
I'm not sure if I know how to phrase this question for the betterment.
I'm just so glad you guys have
here,
questions.
but why?
What do you mean? Why not? For the fucking you've never done something just for the science?
Hear me out. If we're taking this serious, okay, this is a purely guesstimated measurement, right?
No,
right?
It's not. He's actually using the universal average of a dong is 5.17 inches.
There lies the problem, though. It's an average. It's not a finite measurement.
Well, you can't. Well, obviously, sciences aren't always exact either. You right? That's some things are even theoretical. True. That's why you're using. That's why you have to use the available average. So the math is still accurate if you use the universal average, right? If you use the universal average and you just apply that average and you just removed all dong from people, it would still be about the same number, because even though some dude's got an extra long dong, the next one might be equally as short. Therefore, the average still balances out. So the number of dongs around the earth still the same.
I mean, some would say that 5 inches is too long. You know what I mean?
I feel like if we were to put this into practice, though, I feel like certain demographics would be a little bit they would fight for different measurements. I would say.
Look, that if you feel the need to out yourself in that particular manner, that's up to you, Chief. Or you could just let the math speak for itself and be like, "Hey, average is 5.17. You do with that what you want."
Like I'm saying, think of it like how different places use miles per hour versus kilometers, or think of it in that regard, right? So let's say we use the American dong system versus the South
obviously
African dong system.
There would have to it'd have to be the imperial. It'd have to be like the imperial it'd have to be the metric dong system, right? Because for us it's the imperial dong system, and if it were to be converted as such, it would be the metric dong system. Now he hasn't done the metric dong conversion, so I don't know what that math looks like.
I have, but it is 13.15 centimeters.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
There you go. So I mean, 13.1 centimeters sounds reasonably like a lot. You know what I mean? Like one could say that sounds like a lot, in comparison to 5.
That make you feel better about yourself, Xander?
What is that supposed to mean?
I don't know. You're the one getting at this.
Look, man, all I'm saying is the math checks out.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure, man.
Yeah.
Well, Garrick, thank you.
Remember, sometimes 3 inches is enough.
Sometimes 3 inches is enough, man. Yeah. Sometimes 3 inches is just right.
I'm really hoping there's going to be a part 4.
I'm sure there will be. the amount of comments
it'll
I'm
probably
seeing
be
in here,
converting like the measurement of dong to like
the
liquid
speed of dong. What's the speed of dong?
What is the speed of dong? That's a great question, Garrett.
Oh my God! See, I gotta know.
Hold on.
I need to start.
We need to see if he'd be open to joining us for an episode of Shipwreck Show to go over the speed of dong.
That would be fucking amazing. Wow, dude, he's so handsome.
That is fair.
Yeah,
That is fair.
that's another thing I was going to ask. Why does he look like a conventionally attractive Jesus Christ?
Yeah, that's fair. I mean, no one said that Jesus himself wasn't, conventionally attractive, if you will.
That's true.
Fair. A conventionally attractive white depiction of.
Sure. Okay. Yeah. I mean, as far as I suppose either way, right? As far as we know, Jesus looked like fucking Paul Giamatti, right? But like, who knows? Who knows? You know what I mean?
Or Steve Buscemi.
I bet you Jesus knew dog math.
I bet $50
by heart,
he had skin the color of bourbon.
And he knew dog math.
Of course. And he knew dog math.
I don't think we're arguing that at all.
I think he also knew the airspeed velocity of an unladen swallow, like to a T. Didn't even need to know any more questions than that. He just knew.
And then he could convert it into dong math.
Yeah. The dong speed velocity of an unladen swallow, if you will.
Yeah, he converted that shortly after he converted water to wine.
The aerodynamics of dong.
Yeah. Somewhere between water and wine and like feeding 1 million people bread. One loaf. Yeah.
Yeah,
he had that figured out. Well, thank you, Garrett, for this.
That was
this awakening series of TikTok videos.
I'm quite honestly a little dumbfounded.
A little dong founded, if you will.
A little dong founded.
All right.
Well, shifting gears, I did have something that I wanted to talk about with you guys.
Okay.
So,
Wait, does
this
it have to do with
weekend
cum?
I went out. No.
Okay. All right.
But this weekend I went out to Nashville with my family. We went to a concert. We went and saw Tori Kelly. Hence the shirt. But I saw something there that had me kind of like my the wheels in my brain were turning. So I was in line for the merch, and in front of me there's a guy with his 2 kids, and his daughter had a T-Mobile Sidekick. I like tapped him. I tapped him. I was like, was this your idea? He's like, yeah, I didn't want her to have a touchscreen. It was like the funniest thing, but it got me thinking, like, kids nowadays are missing out on a lot of experiences just because of the furthering of technology. And it made me think, like, what else do you guys think of every now and then? Like, oh shit, these kids are never going to experience this. Like, very like off the cuff, like, Warped Tour, which supposedly is coming back next year. But like
I don't think that's
OG
because
Warped
technology,
Tour
though.
experience, or like just going through Toys R Us. Like, my kid is never going to know the experience of just rummaging and browsing through Toys R Us, stuff like that. So Devin, what you got?
I feel like kids these days, because they're all iPad kids for the most part, aren't gonna know what it's like to go into the woods by your house and pick up a stick and sword fight and then hit yourself in the hand.
Dude, right? Dude, I used to like
I know we all know what that's like.
Dude, we used to just run around just aimlessly, because I
100%.
remember we had this like creek that ran through our neighborhood growing up, and there was like this big old tunnel that we would hide in the tunnel. We would hide in the tunnel and wait for someone to run by, and then start chasing after them with a stick or some shit.
I think you guys sound like boomers.
I think
you sat there and you waited for the dial-up to go through while you're looking for like a picture of Pamela
100%
Anderson.
did, dude. And I also had video games and movies and DVD players, and I still went into the woods and played with sticks. I don't think it's all that different than our kids having iPads and stuff. Now, I digress, because this is obviously getting to a completely different, Xander's point is that there's a set of things that our kids are never going to experience, right? I just don't necessarily think that it's technology to blame because of that solely. But in terms of things that they will miss, I have to think on that.
Dude, like T9 Word? They don't need them.
Well, no, actually, no, because they're bringing T9 back for something. I can't remember what it was. I think iPhone just did an update where you can do a T9 thing to do a specific something. I can't remember what it was, but I'll look into it. But T9 might come back. That's my point. T9 might come back. Yeah, let's be careful about that.
Dude, the moment I actually like finally got the hang of that, I was like, yeah, this is actually pretty cool.
Oh, that's what it was.
And
You
then you start
can.
like saving words to your own like little dictionary.
That's what it was on iPhone when you use the keypad. If you type someone's name in via the T9, it'll come up in the contacts thing and above. That's what it was. So if I type in
interesting
33846, Devin's at the top. And then if I type in 24824 for bitch, Devin still comes out of the
I am what I eat. I'm sorry.
Okay. All right. For sure, man. For sure, dude.
I was gonna say though, like in like with this conversation, every generation has things that they quote unquote miss out on or just don't have.
Yeah.
But also I feel like every generation has new things they get to do and experience though.
Yeah. That's for sure.
That's
yeah.
true.
Agreed. Trying to think of
Like
something.
I'm so glad I didn't have to grow up where my only option was to be outside. That's it. You know what I mean? Like imagine having to stay inside
Oh my
and
God,
watch fucking
right.
black and white television all the time.
like your fucking grandparents had no choice but to like play in fucking grass because they didn't have anything else to fucking do.
Imagine growing up and like having to live in segregation as a child. Fuck that.
Dude,
Well,
what
I'm
the
just
fuck?
saying we're talking
Holy
about
shit!
generations,
What?
right?
What?
I'm saying I'm glad we didn't have to do that.
For sure, man. I'm also very glad that we don't have to deal with the Huns taking over our country.
Yeah, dude.
As an Asian man who grew up
The
getting bullied
Mongolian
for being
army.
Asian,
So glad we have to worry about the Cold War. You know what I mean? Oh God, I fucking love you, though.
Listen. I'm gonna be honest. I don't have a kid, so I don't fucking see all the shit that you guys are gonna talk about for the most. You know what I'm saying?
you
just in
definitely
general,
do.
like
You definitely do.
think of nostalgia. Like think of like some of the things that we grew up with that aren't around anymore.
Like first thing
whatever
that came to my
happened
mind.
translucent electronics.
They're coming back.
Memory
They're back.
memory cards for consoles. They'll never have to fucking worry
right?
about that bullshit. Because I remember having to be like, and then like stick that bitch in just to make sure that like my fucking saves came up correctly. You know what I'm saying?
The first generation of Xbox 360s had memory card slots.
They had the like the removable hard drive, right?
Yep, they had both at the same time.
Oh yeah, that's right. That's right.
I pulled up a Reddit thread on the subject just to like see what other people would say, and one of the top comments was bitches. The internet's so stupid, dude. I fucking hate it, man.
That was so weird. I pulled up your stream over here where you have Reddit up, and I legit I thought I was scrolling.
Yeah,
Because we were scrolling at the same time.
yeah, man. No, I get it, dude. So you see the bitches here, right? You see the bitches comment,
Yeah.
right there. That's it, man. That's the stuff, brother. Yeah, they got a few things.
Dude, the
Preteen
orange VHS
eavesdropping.
tape.
Oh,
Yeah.
the Nickelodeon orange VHS tape. Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? You know what
telephones,
this
yeah.
upcoming generation's not going to have? Physical games.
Dude,
Hey,
we haven't had
that might be a
physical games
thing,
for long
man.
time.
Oh.
The joys of sniffing airplane glue. Like
Jesus.
building air. Okay.
Yeah, model airplanes.
I was like, what the fuck are they talking about right now? Garrett, do you have one? Do you have one on the top of your head?
Fucking just like the oddball toys from like the 90s, 2000s come to mind. Like there's so many.
What was one of your favorite toys?
Fucking y'all remember Scanners?
Yeah.
Wait, what? What?
Mm-mm.
It was a toy called Scanners, and it was like this little handheld thing that was like It kind of looked like the oval, like the teardrop shaped like Digivice, but it was slightly bigger. It would kind of fit in your hand, and it had like a barcode scanner, like you would like literally like at the fucking grocery store barcode scanner, and like you would literally scan it, and it would like each barcode you scanned would like it would create like a monster for your monster in the scanner to like grow and fight from.
Ooh, that's
I'll drop it in
rad.
staff chat.
That's
I
fucking
Yeah, it
actually
was
do
fucking
remember that.
It was so fucking sick, dude. Or just like I literally have like a like I've got like I have like a
Oh, okay.
Tamagotchi.
I never
Yeah,
got one of
like
those.
I've got like a Tamagotchi right here, or I have like the OG Digivices.
Yeah, I have mine in my bedroom right now. I love those things.
Like just like stuff like that, dude. I love stuff like that. Or like fucking or Mega Bloks. Mega Bloks literally isn't like a thing anymore.
My kid has Mega Bloks. I love she loves Mega Bloks.
Yeah.
Shane mentions Pogs. I fucked with
Oh,
Pogs
I remember
heavy
that.
when I
Yeah,
was
that was
younger.
some '90s shit. I never understood Pogs, but like I had them.
I fucking
Poggers,
love those
bro.
things, dude. That is
I
Poggers,
only had
yeah.
the Pogs that came with the OG Space Jam VHS. Like they had like some like tie-in or whatever, and if you bought the VHS for Space Jam, they came with like the Pogs, like whatever or something like that.
Right.
But I never understood how to play with it or anything like
Me
that.
either. They were just fucking things I kind of sort of had. Like I had like a junk drawer full of
Yeah.
random crap that like was supposedly did like a thing. Oh god, what was the do you guys remember? Do you guys remember like the little like gangster guys that came out of the quarter machine and they were like part of like a set?
Oh, like the dudes with like the beanie things and their feet were really big and they were like doing
They had
poses
yeah,
like
they
this.
had like a name. Yeah.
I forgot what those are
Oh,
called, dude.
shit.
I
It
collected
was
like
it was like a straight up like they had a name.
well they
I
had
can't,
they
like,
had
it was
guys
like a
and girls too. There were like
and it was like a
little-
series.
Yeah, they had like little cholo
It was like a
ones and
series
then
of
little
something.
like street guys. Yeah, it was
that's
crazy.
yeah,
dude.
that's basically what
Crazy.
it was. Fuck, what the fuck were they called?
I don't know, man, but I'm scared to look it up.
I don't know, but
Wait a minute.
I miss Street Sharks.
Oh
Fucking
man, I
love
miss
Street
Street Sharks,
Sharks, man.
too, dude. I fucking love them so
Yeah.
much, man. I know.
Oh, here we go.
Actually,
I have
maybe that's one
found-
Saturday morning cartoons, right? Because I don't feel like that's a thing that really exists much anymore. You know what I
Oh,
mean?
yeah,
Dude,
no, for sure.
Cartoon
No.
Network, it's gone.
Yeah, it is.
Well, because like now that streaming's a thing,
Yeah,
You can
they don't
watch
have to do it
whatever,
on
whenever.
one specific day. It's like for us, like it was like waking up on Saturday morning, you don't got school, you're in your jammy jams, you can just go grab a bowl, hope to not fucking break it, fill it up with cereal, and then pour milk in that bitch and just sit on the living room carpet and just turn on Yu-Gi-Oh! And then you're like, fuck yeah, dude. Like
dude, Mummy's Alive for me.
Mummy's
That was my
Alive,
shit.
brother. Yeah. Well, I think that was a little while before Yu-Gi-Oh, but like fucking Mummy's Alive, Street Gargoyles. Fucking Gargoyles is my
Gargoyles.
shit.
Gargoyles, dude.
They're called
I was
homies.
really
They were called homies.
They would be called homies. Jesus Christ.
They were
Is it with
straight
a
up called
Z?
homies.
I was straight up all about the animated
yeah.
Spider-Man and X-Men.
Wait, no, Garrick, I'm pretty sure they were just cholos, dude. I was
No,
seeing
you
these
really
things.
were.
I think we just inserted something in our brains that tried to convince us that there was more than just that. But they were definitely just cholos, dude. Like I'm seeing this little collection thing
Dude,
right here.
I had a bunch of them.
The people
had
at
so
home,
many
and
of
I don't know about you guys, but this definitely here. I'll open it up in a new tab here.
Literally, like had a windowsill full of those fucking guys.
These you guys are definitely just cholo guys. That is
Legit.
wild that they
Huh.
had.
It
Why
was
does that
so,
one look like Josh with a beard?
It was the most 90s ass shit you could possibly ever like. I don't even remember why I was so interested in collecting them either. But God, I had a fucking bunch of them.
I mean, hey, Garrett, this whole
Hold
set's
on.
only $41, brother. Like, if you wanna, you try to pull the trigger,
Hold on.
man.
Go
You
to
can do it.
the-
on
the
my fucking
sectional
on my
pictures.
windowsill as a kid. I had those. I
These
had
ones?
those and those neon colored
Down.
ninjas that you get
Yeah.
from the quarter machine.
Ooh, I remember those neon colored
Yeah,
ninjas.
Yeah,
I had
click on
those.
that-
I had a bunch of
the
those
third
too.
one. That's Josh. It looks like Josh.
Both of these could be Josh in different eras.
For real.
Right
But yeah, man, no, I had a ton of those goddamn things. I can't remember why.
It's me. This is wild, bro. I can't believe we had these, Garrick.
Yeah, dude, the
Oh my
90s was
God.
fucking crazy.
That
We
is
had some crazy shit.
bonkers, dude. All right.
Did you guys ever have the gray
Just in a
and
goddamn
red
quarter
like
machine,
laser
dude.
tag set?
Like the one with like the
Oh,
little
yeah,
chest
you
thing
wear
that
a
you
little
have to like
chest
strap
pad?
in?
Yeah,
I know what you're
dude.
talking about.
Yeah,
but I
And it
didn't
only
have
worked
dude, I
like
missed that shit.
60% of the time.
I didn't have
Yep.
one, but my friend had one, and we would definitely play every time that was over, which is not often.
The accuracy on those things were dog shit.
Total
Terrible,
dog shit,
man.
dude.
They like barely worked.
Well, and like your friend was always ready to fight you too, and you're like, "Dog, I just hit you." And they're like, "No, you didn't. No, you
Yeah,
didn't.
oh, dude.
No, you didn't."
You're like, the fucking thing
That
flashed. Like,
shit
don't
would
yell at
ruin
me.
friendships.
God, bro. And I know Devin played that with his brother. I bet he
no, I
played.
didn't.
No, oh, okay.
I did.
No,
I played that shit
hit
with my brother,
with
though.
sticks.
Yeah, my brother and I played the laser tag thing.
But what'd you say, Devin?
Yo,
I said I just hit my brother with sticks.
You bastard.
That tracks.
yo, do you guys remember the
Dude,
yo-yo ball?
he did it way worse,
The
dude.
yo-yo ball? The little...
Yeah, dude. It was like for people who didn't know how to use a fucking yo-yo, so they just put it in the fucking ball.
Dude, no, there was this shit at my school, Xander. I can't. It was the weirdest goddamn thing. I'm pretty sure this didn't happen at any other elementary school ever. Like, this is like my unique childhood experience. But like, there was like 2 full school years where like every fucking Friday they would set up this shop. And you could dead ass buy fucking yo-yos at school. And every Friday, you could bring your fucking yo-yos to school. And they were like legitimately professional, like good yo-yos. I had so many fucking yo-yos. I was so fucking good with yo-yos as a kid. I had this fucking
Holy
like
shit.
turquoise green one that had a fucking tiger on the side of the fucking yo-yo. It was the sickest shit ever when I was 9, bro.
Can you still do tricks? I'm actually curious because I used to be obsessed with wanting to be a good yo-yoer.
I don't fucking know, actually. I haven't picked up a yo-yo and I haven't fucking thought about yo-yos in a really long time. So I have no fucking idea.
New hobby for you.
I'm
Dude,
good. I don't need another new hobby. I'm solid.
It's the soccer boppers.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I remember those.
Sock 'em boppers. More fun than a pillow fight.
Hello, fight.
Also, Mousetrap, dude. That was one of my favorite board games when I was.
That was a
kid.
good game.
Oh, dude, I love
Yeah.
That
that.
was good. That was a fun
That was
one.
a
That
good
was a
one.
good game. Is that not a thing anymore? Can like you not buy that?
I haven't seen it in a long
can.
time.
We
It was,
can. We had it a few years back, but we ended up losing a bunch of pieces for it.
Which I think is part of the
No.
problem with that game, right?
Something a little bit more on brand for us because video games. You guys remember Earthworm Jim?
Oh, absolutely. Yes.
dude.
Yeah.
I played the
Fucking
fuck out
love
of Earthworm
Holy
Jim.
fuck, dude.
Yeah, man. Do you guys think
I'm like
that
actually pretty sure that that's coming back.
do you guys think that DJ
Oh,
is
is it?
maybe awake? It's
Yep.
10 o'clock a.m. right now. Where he's at. I should try him. I have a
Maybe.
question for him.
Don't call him.
I'm gonna call him. I have a question. For him.
International calling, brother.
I don't give a fuck, man.
I don't give a fuck.
That's his cell phone, you know what I'm saying? It'll be fun.
DJ
It'll be
doesn't. I guarantee you, DJ doesn't pay for his own phone bill.
fun. Probably doesn't. Let's
Who
find
cares?
out.
Let's find out.
I'll tell you
Dude,
right
I'm
now.
looking at that list that you put in here, and the homies are on the list.
Yeah, I saw that.
That's fucking sick. I'm glad that like I'm not the only one. That
Hey,
does that.
DJ, you're on the
Hello.
Shipwreck show. How are you doing?
Great.
I don't know if you can hear me. It's really far away. No, probably not. It's disconnecting. I love you, DJ. Yeah, he's far away. That's okay.
He said-
Everything's
Yeah,
forgiven.
he said I ain't fucking paying for that bill.
Yeah, I
He's
know,
like,
right?
nah, like, fuck this idiot.
He's probably going. Well, he probably wouldn't have answered if he was really feeling that way. You know what I'm saying? He'll probably message us in Snapchat. I just want to know if kids these days are pantsing each other.
No.
No.
Because
That's not a
because a
thing.
part of
No.
me feels like they're not. I
That
feel like
is
it's
an
not.
immediate write
Yeah,
up.
I can
Right,
wholeheartedly
right.
confirm that is not I work as a person who works around that demographic of
Yeah.
and like age group of children. No, that's like not how they do that anymore. That's
Right,
definitely
for
I
sure,
haven't
for
seen
sure.
anybody pants
Which-
anybody in a long time.
Which is not
an
surprising
immediate
because
write-up.
like
wedgies,
honestly,
like none of that shit's a thing.
because like honestly, like thinking back on it, super fucked up. It was super fucked up, right? But like if I had to suffer with it, it sucks that
Oh, dude,
it
yeah, I'm
ended
pretty
with
sure
our
it
generation.
happened to
you know
me.
what I'm saying?
Somebody did that shit to me.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. Fucking sucks.
Yo,
Question: how many of us here have been pantsed in adulthood?
In adulthood,
never.
In adulthood,
yeah. Marilyn got me literally like 2 months ago. It's crazy.
I got
actually.
pantsed at my first unit in the Coast Guard.
Wow, that sounds.
That's
Crazy.
on. That tracks.
Yeah,
That
it
tracks.
Yeah, that's
Dude.
not surprising.
This is like a topic for another day, but like now that I'm working in like the civilian world and stuff like that, like dude, it's night and day between like toxic freaking work environment to
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
yeah, you just
listen,
depends.
military. I know you're not watching this,
depends,
but you
but-
should because y'all need to fix it.
Should
I've
know.
worked
Yeah,
in some
no wonder my
super
brother
toxic
can't
work
survive
environment.
in a civilian job because he's toxic.
Yeah, he's the guy
There you go.
pantsing guys. Yeah, exactly.
100% he
Bro.
is.
100% he fucking is, dude.
Yeah.
Shifting back, you
You
guys
know
remember
what?
air
You know what?
hogs?
Well, Devin had his hand
What?
up earlier. Devin, go ahead.
Sorry.
This is actually one of my favorite things. My mom got this for me when I asked for it for Christmas, when I was really young. But the Easy Bake Ovens.
Dude, I loved Easy Bake Ovens.
Yeah, I was like, I'm gonna
My
learn how to
sister-
bake.
my
because
sister
I
was
wanna
the one
make
who
my
had
own
it.
cookies and cakes.
Yeah,
That's-
dude, my
that
sister
me
was
as
the
a
one who
kid.
had it, but I used it more than she did. I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
That tracks.
yeah.
That tracks. Yeah. That's how
Yeah,
you
dude,
got
now
so
Maybe
look
good
at
that's
you,
why I
you're
like
just
baking.
Yeah.
Because I had fucking,
Exactly,
I
dude.
never even thought about that
I made
actually.
so many cookies with that thing. I made so many.
Dude,
cookies.
I made the cakes. I made so many fucking cakes. I made the fuck out of
Yeah.
those cakes and those Easy Bake
Yeah, you
Ovens,
did.
bro.
Yeah, you fucking did. All right, Xander, what were you saying?
I was gonna say the air hogs airplanes. I'm trying to find
Well, yeah, the air hogs.
because
I
like they
forgot
had like
about
the
those.
foam airplane with it, but it had like the little miniature
Uh-huh.
motor on the inside.
Yeah,
and you
dude.
could like wind it up and then you just throw it.
Yeah, my brother had one
I
of
remember.
those. I never got
Dude,
one.
I
of those.
remember.
Yeah.
I always wanted one.
I remember getting that and then breaking it within like the first half hour I used it and then never fucking ever
Yeah.
buying one of those ever again.
Yeah, yeah. Ooh, do you guys remember that weird balloon stuff that was like not a balloon, but you took this straw and you like dipped
Oh yeah,
it?
yeah.
liquid.
It was like a weird
Yeah,
liquid.
it was like a liquid balloon.
Yeah,
tube?
dude. And then like you could just pull it off, and it would still actually be a balloon.
Dude,
You know
I
what I'm saying?
saw that a while ago.
I've seen that
Like
recently.
Oh,
yeah,
really?
it was like
What
at a
the fuck?
dollar
Yeah.
store.
That's crazy. That's wild. I didn't think that they still had it like that. You know what I'm saying? Because that was some weird '90s shit. That's like weird '90s kid shit.
Dude, and I
Because, like,
definitely
we-
remember like the label was like, "This is toxic as fuck." Like, don't.
Yeah, don't. And you could smell it, dude. You could smell how toxic it was,
Yeah,
man.
you're like, this smells like glue.
Devin?
I'm going through a toy list for like 90s toys, right?
Uh-huh.
There was a fucking board game called Don't Wake Daddy.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I remember
dude.
that
I
fucking
remember
game,
that
dude.
game.
I
Dude, that game was
I remember that
crazy,
game.
bro.
Yeah. Oh my god.
Me and my son was out to
Um,
play that.
Y'all
Oh
fucking.
shit! I remember this. Gooey Louie.
What the fuck is
You
that?
I
remember
don't
that?
remember
Like
that. What was that?
It was like the board game where it had the head that like drained snot.
That sounds awful. That
Oh
sounds
yeah, I
fucking
do kind of
Let
remember
me-
that, dude. You remember like that hard pitch
Oh,
opposite
yeah.
for like the Easy Bake Oven because like toys were all like super gender, like ultra gender specific back then, and so
Yeah.
like there was what the fuck was it? It was like a gummy. You could make like gummy bug candy
I
and
remember that
shit.
one.
Yeah,
Yeah, I remember
it was
that
like
one.
it was like an evil scientist kind of deal.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you made
I had
you
that
made
too.
crappy
I had
candy. Yeah.
Yeah.
I never
Oh,
had
Oh,
that one.
here's one for you. You guys remember Connects?
Yeah, I fucking love, dude. I love
Connects
I
like
loved
an
all
egg,
that
Where they
stuff.
had the
Yeah.
actual. Yeah, where they had like the actual little motors you can make, and you could make like cars and stuff.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
dude.
yeah, yeah. It was like the direct competitor to Lego, I feel like, but instead of like blocks and stuff like that, they use like the basically like connectable sticks with like
It was like
with the
it was like what replaced
the circular
erector
pieces.
sets.
I'm pretty sure this was the candy.
Creepy crawlies?
Yeah, that's what it was. I just found it. Creepy crawlers.
Yep.
Creepy crawlers.
You know, to kind of come off of like the toys side of this, do you guys remember specifically Lois and Clark being like one of the dopest shows we ever saw when we were a kid? And then we just never talked about it again for like 10 years.
Lois and Clark.
Yeah, Superman.
That's a newer show, isn't it?
No. That was like
No.
because the that was what's his face's Superman.
I don't think I watched
fucking
that.
Dean Cain. That was
Really?
Dean Cain's Superman.
I never watched.
I don't know
the
that I
Dean Cain
watched
one.
that
Yeah,
one.
I don't think I
my
watched
first,
Dude. Oh man.
that was my first like it was Smallville for my family. We watched the fuck out of Smallville.
okay.
Dude, my family watched Smallville. We watched 24. We watched Heroes.
I
like-
remember watching 24.
Yeah,
24 was dope.
that was a staple.
I thought it was a
Um,
cool concept. Now, granted, I've
the
heard that
first
Kiefer
season was
Sutherland is a
good.
total asshat, but I thought it was a cool concept how it was like basically each episode is an hour long and there's 24 episodes, and so it literally just cover the span of a whole day. I thought that was really cool.
Mhm.
Interesting.
Do you guys remember Hit Clips?
Yeah, dude. I remember hit clips where literally just fucking play 30 seconds to like a minute of a goddamn song. It wouldn't even be like the full thing.
Holy shit!
And it was just like this little like cartridge you would just insert
Oh,
into like a
DJ's
little like
DJ's
little
call me
player.
back.
Oh shit.
Oh.
Hey DJ.
Yo, or no, what's up?
Hey dog. Hey. So fair warning, you're on the Shipwreck show. How are you?
Doing good, eating with family right now. Glad you called me.
Oh, perfect.
Why'd
awesome,
you call
man.
me?
We are calling to check in with you. Is pantsing people normal in your generation?
Hard to say. Hard to say, because I did see an incident of it in middle school, but when I got to high school, it just stopped.
Oh, okay. So maybe
Interesting.
maybe it was a
interesting.
time
No, he
thing
has-
more so than a
he has
generational
seen
thing.
it though.
Yeah, it's like, yeah.
Okay.
Like I think I just got out of the time that it just stopped being cool. It'd be more cool to just cyberbully.
More cool to cyberbully. Hey, I agree,
That is
brother.
a
I
good
agree.
treat.
All right, man. Well, you enjoy dinner with your family. I love you.
Love you too, brother.
All right,
See you
bye bye.
soon.
Bye DJ, bye.
There we go. Apparently, it happened just over there's some year that maybe it just was no longer cool. I
Maybe
guess.
that's a middle school bullying tactic.
Yeah, like high
Hold
school
on.
kids are like above that, I guess. Because I got pants in high school. I don't know about him, but like Devin, yeah. What's up?
Granted, they made a comeback over the last like year or two, but tech decks.
They have
Oh,
they
yeah.
haven't started making some kind of.
I don't know why I
comeback.
fucking thought about
I have
this.
one in
My
my
wife
office.
literally says it happens all the time, especially if they're into sports.
Okay. So fraternization. It's
And she's because she teaches in the middle school age.
Gotcha.
So-
Gotcha. Okay. But Devin, yeah, I think the rise of tech decks coming back recently has
I
mostly
fucking loved those,
become
man.
of meme like shit posty content from our generation, because like like there's that one video that kind of like popped off where it's like a guy in like a public toilet, and then like he like
Oh, yeah,
looks,
he's,
he
like,
looks
tech-decking
down
on, like, the
and
dude's,
then
like,
he
flip-flops.
starts tech-decking on the guy's shoe, and then
Yeah.
the other guy's hand starts coming in. Yeah, like things like that. Like that definitely I think is giving people more of a reason to start buying tech decks again. I used to carry a tech deck with me everywhere. I fucking love those
Oh,
things. man.
dude, you think I didn't?
Oh, you absolutely did. You absolutely did.
I had multiple. I had like the whole set. I had like all the little tools to work
He'd
on
be
them.
pulling,
miniature
yeah,
skate
he'd
tools
probably
and
pull
shit.
his fucking. He'd
Yeah.
pull like a little rail out of his backpack and put it on his.
Oh, dude,
desk.
I did.
Hold on,
I
I gotta
had
swap out
I
my
had a
trucks real
box
quick.
with a rail and a ramp and a kicker ramp with me
Mhm.
all the time in my backpack when I was
Jesus.
in high school. Dude, yeah, me and my
Fucking
friends,
ridiculous,
when we had
man.
nothing to do in our classes, we used to take the textbooks and rulers and stuff, and we used to set up
Oh,
like
yeah,
little
I
skate
remember that
parks on
shit.
our tables. Yeah.
Yep. Yep. Remember that. Did you guys ever get in, like, did your parents ever give into like any of the mail order stuff? Like, were you able to ever to
No.
convince them to get like any of the like order like
No,
TV order
no,
stuff?
there was no shot.
No?
I
What
was
was
that
convinced
one-
my mom to fucking
What was
do
that
any
one
of
that I
those.
always used to see? I always used to see this
I got
commercial.
one,
and it was like-
I don't know why they gave into this one
wait.
specific thing.
I think I got one too, actually. The pen marker thing that like changes colors. Like while
Oh, see,
marker.
that's
While
a
you
fucking.
paint,
Oh,
or
that
while
would
you
make it
draw with
two.
it.
That would make it two for that
Okay,
I got
okay,
during my
okay,
childhood,
okay.
actually, because I got specifically. I got a pack of those, like those airbrush pens where you would like. As you would like blow into it as you draw.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
we
I
had
had one of
the-
those
I
too.
had-
Fuck. Okay, maybe
had
it was
those.
two.
See, so that's some ass scene on TV
Yeah, 'cause
shit.
you
So
would-
think
you would
harder,
load
maybe
in.
you did.
Yeah, I remember doing
And
that.
then
Oh my
I
God,
fucking
that's
had a
sick.
goddamn fushigi. You guys remember?
I'm sorry, what?
A fushigi.
Oh,
It was
the
like a
clear
little ball. It was like a little ball thing that you could do magic tricks, and it was like
Oh no, I never had that. My friend
dude.
got one
I
of
don't
those.
fucking know why. I wanted it so
Oh my
badly.
god,
but I
my
did.
friend thought he was just had the fucking hugest cock when he brought that to school, dude. Like, he just thought he was the hottest shit on the fucking planet, man. So, and honestly, he was. I wanted it so bad, dude. Like,
Yeah, man. Like I got it for fucking Christmas. I remember it was just like there was like those are like the only two like strong memory like as seen on TV things I definitely got as a child. But
do you
God,
guys?
I remember I was
I'm
into
kinda
so
looking
much
up now,
random.
too.
I had so many random fucking toys. Like I would want to play with all kinds of different things as a child.
Do you guys remember that like kind of like moving forward into like early 2000s, right? Do you guys remember that like fucking awful, like terrible MTV show? I think it was called like Date Bus or something like that, where like like a person would be trying to find a date and they would have people like walk off of a bus and they would give them this like just fucking
remember
terrible
this.
little like biography thing.
Fucking
Like,
shit, dude! I
I'm
don't know if that's the
Jim.
right
I miss
name.
Room Raiders, man. Room Raiders was one of my favorites.
Oh my god!
What was it? Was it like Next Bus or something like that, or like some?
I think it was just next.
I think.
Was it Next?
Yeah, I think it was just.
Maybe
called
it
Yeah,
was just
it was
Next,
a game
dude.
called Next. Yes, I remember that shit.
Yeah, I
that
remember
was
seeing that shit.
fucking. I remember seeing that shit on MTV.
It was
God
Next.
damn.
It was
Wait,
Next. They had a whole
somebody
lot
said
of-
another show. What was the other one? Who said that? I like
Room Raiders.
Room Raiders. I fucking did you guys ever? I watched the fuck out of Pimp My Ride, man. Oh,
Oh,
my
same.
god.
Same. And they were always putting like PlayStations in the trunks and stuff like that.
Dude,
PSPs,
I found
remember
out
that?
I found out that they would like take all that stuff back.
Really?
Yeah, they'd like take all that stuff
That's
out
cool.
after they finish your ride. So you'd have like all the other cool stuff, but like you wouldn't get to keep the electronics they put in there. It's just for show. You'd have to go buy your own.
That's funny.
And like it did nothing to the mechanics of the vehicle, so they looked really cool, but they were still pieces of shit.
They still ran like shit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah, I already banned them. If you want to delete the comment, that'd be great. We got tax _ free blockage. Said, want to see me naked? Click here.
No, I'm good.
That's a
big no.
weird. That's a weird bot.
Hard
to have
pass.
in
Really
chat.
weird.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bots are being crazy lately.
Number
So
one
horny.
reason why I don't like Twitch anymore.
Yeah, man. Not a lot of people do.
Gross.
Man, there's just so much stuff like on a wide spectrum of things that I don't think the younger kids are gonna have like an appreciation for. Now, don't get me wrong though. I do feel it because some of these things we're talking about probably
oh shit.
God damn it. Probably
got it.
should have just stayed in the 90s, to be honest with you. I mean, like, I'm pretty
Oh, yeah, for
sure,
sure.
like Garrick had mentioned with the little like balloon straw thingy, I'm pretty sure that was just acrylic paint. And we were just breathing in those fumes.
Or something like that,
Mhm.
dude. It was definitely like it was some shit.
I like the smell.
'Cause I definitely remember the way it smelled. You'd be huffing that fucking crap.
Yeah,
out, but,
dude,
like,
I loved the way it
Mhm.
smelled, but it probably was not good for us. I remember when I don't remember. I miss when like Happy Meals actually felt happy. And I mean that
dude, the McDonald's toys used to be so much cooler.
they used to be so much
Yeah,
cooler, dude. And now they're just like a little fucking bobblehead. And that's like
Well,
3 inches
do you
tall.
remember-
know
I
what I'm saying?
tried.
One dong.
think it
It's
was-
one dong tall.
I think it was Burger King that had like the collaboration with Pokemon where you get like the little like half disc.
Dude, yes, I actually had those with the. I had the like the Burger King Gold Card set.
Yeah, I had those
You
too.
remember that?
Yeah,
Well,
I
I'm
used
pretty
to
sure
have
they
that
did that too.
Oh
Yeah.
god, and they had like a cool run of like Pokemon Top toys, and like BK had
Yeah, I
some
remember that.
bitchin' toys. They actually had like a run with the Pokemon collaboration stuff. I remember, like, it was such a big collab. You could literally go up to the counter and just buy the toys independently. Like, do you remember when they had like the plushies, like the Pokemon plushies that they did?
Oh
Mhm.
yeah, I do remember that.
I remember that. But this just unlocked something in my brain. This is not necessarily 90s, but like early 2000s. Like, you remember when you could play like the fucking GameCube in Burger King? Like they had like the little like video games set up in Burger King. And you could
Oh,
dude, I
yes,
used to
yes,
sit
yes,
there
yes,
and
yes.
I
Mine
would
was always a
play
Nintendo 64.
Yeah, I was
And
gonna say, was
McDonald's
that
had
GameCube or was
hours
it
of
64?
fucking what was it? What was the monkeys and the like the little ball and there's like
Super
like,
Monkey
puzzle
Ball.
games. Yes, Super Monkey Ball. I used to play
They,
that
they
shit
brought
all
that
the fucking
back.
time.
They literally brought that franchise back like last year. I
Thing
love
with
that
the
franchise.
monkey
A couple
and
years
the
ago,
ball, and he
it's
was
been on
super.
Switch. It's been on Switch in the last
Look
few
up.
years.
Quick, what's the website for Amazon.ca?
That was funny. That was funny.
What's the number for 911?
It wasn't you, Garrick. It was Xander because he was like, "What's that thing?"
No.
With the
I'm just trying to
monkey.
think of. I'm just trying to think of more like nostalgic s shit that aren't necessarily toys. Like nostalgic experiences, like the
Mhm.
you know like the being able to play the
Kids will
Nintendo
never
64.
understand what it's like. Kids will never understand what it's like going to Blockbuster and like, picking out a movie for the
Yeah,
fucking.
I do, yeah,
kid.
man. I do have pretty fond memories of going to Blockbuster or like in particular we were a Hollywood Video family. And so
Okay.
like but I remember
Good
like
choice.
in the mid 2000s like you could also start to go rent games and oh my god, that's how
Mhm.
I played most of my shit in the 2000s
yeah,
like
same.
cuz we didn't
Renting,
really have like
same.
a ton of like money to buy games, but we rented so many and I got to play so many like weird games because I would literally just be allowed to pick all on my own. Like they would just like tell me to go fuck off into the game I own. Like you can pick one or two for the weekend.
Mm-hmm.
yeah. That was a magical time in my life. I think one of the best experiences growing up was our local Blockbuster that we went to because that's what we had really close to our house. I did go to Hollywood Video and Game Crazy every now and then.
Game Crazy, that's what it was called.
Yeah.
I don't miss working
But,
there. I'll tell you that.
But at Blockbuster, I remember my mom would go there and she would let my brother pick out a movie. I'd pick out a movie. They would pick out two movies. They had like the membership that like let you do, X amount of things every time.
Mhm.
And then additional was like a little cheaper. But yeah, and then they would let me and my brother each pick out a game for the console of our
Yeah,
choice.
dude,
Because
that was
I
basically
will
how we
say
did it.
that my parents were like really good about like getting us game consoles because my dad played video games too. It got to the point where my brother had his own PS2, I had my own PS2, and my dad had a PS2. So mine was down
Couldn't have
in
been
the
me.
basement. My brother's was in the bedroom, and my dad had his in the living room.
My brother and I shared all of our consoles growing up.
Yeah. We each had our own Game Boy Advance SPs. We each had PSPs. Except when it came to the PS3 360 era, I was the only one that got one of those. I bought that myself. We did share a GameCube too, an N64 and stuff. But for some reason, we all had our own PS2s in the house.
That
And
was
I just
like
remember
such a good console though.
I just remember like I just loved, and like because we didn't, my parents were a little bit more restrictive when it came to things. But I just remember like
No.
I absolutely loved just going to Blockbuster and just like looking at all the various N64 games that they had at the time and stuff like that, and just like oh, it might sound a little sad, but I was like, oh, I wonder what this game's like, you know, and then I'd like kind of like imagine what that game was like. But no, there's something like really cool about just being able, and that's you know, going back to what Devin said, like no physical games nowadays, because like it was really cool to like just like to see, like hold the physical cartridge and like see the artwork on there and stuff like that, for me at least. And then to take it a step further, I really enjoyed how like with the Pokemon games, for Game Boy and stuff like that, especially when they came out with like Crystal, and they came out with like that like crystallized blue color for the cartridge itself. I thought that was really cool.
Yeah,
And then
like,
they kind of like
the
followed
resin it
suit
was
like
in was
when
really
it come
cool.
to Advance, you know. I thought that was really cool.
What about Flintstones fluoride? Yeah, they were.
I remember
Yeah,
that.
Flintstone gummies.
Fluoride?
Remember Flintstone
that.
gummies?
Little Flintstone.
You take your
Yeah.
Flintstone gummies?
Dude, yeah, I definitely remember the Flintstone vitamins.
No.
Specifically, like their texture.
Yeah, chalk.
Oh, it was like super
Dude,
chalky.
they were so hard.
for
Like,
real.
you really had to bite those fucking things.
Wait. I have something I have to bring up because we're talking about texture and flavor. Do you remember when the Cookie Crisps were actually good?
Yeah,
cereal?
man.
No.
They all taste
Right.
stale now and fucked up.
Yeah.
Now. Like, but like
It
it's
used
not
to
the
be
same.
actual little cookies, and now it's like it's all weird now.
It's yeah,
Those are
it's not. It's garbage.
I personally never really liked them all that much myself. But that's just because I felt like they got soggy too quick.
It was
a
a very long time ago that they were
Yeah.
good, though. It was
Yeah,
very long,
Very long time ago.
like 90s. It had to be 90s, like late 90s at best.
Another thing that's changed, that I am just absolutely appalled by. I get it for safety reasons, but Beyblades are not made the same anymore.
Oh
Beyblades
yeah, they
now
don't have
are-
they don't use any of the metal weights or anything like that. That's 100%
Yeah, they don't have the metal weights.
plastic.
The blade itself, like all the plastic is like really really cheap, but like all the like blades and stuff like that, they're not even sharp anymore. Like they're all like
Yeah, dude,
curved.
they're
in some
like modern
way. I'm just like,
Beyblades are lame.
yeah, they're so fucking lame. I remember like it was cool too, because like we had like this sand funnel at our playground growing up, and when Beyblade was popping off, we ended up using that as like our arena.
Oh, dude,
and
my
we'd all
brother
bring
had
our
my brother and I had an arena. Like we actually bought
Oh,
like a
yeah.
couple of the arenas and stuff.
Well,
We were
'cause, like, the cool thing
super
was,
into
like-
Beyblades.
the cool thing was like all the school kids and stuff like that played Beyblades, we'd bring them to school, and then we'd play on that
Mhm.
funnel, and then like we actually did like the legit rules, like if you lost your little like monster chip, and you have to give it to the winner.
Damn, motherfucker was playing for pink slips on your Beyblades. That's
Yeah,
crazy.
I love that. I love that.
Me
I
and my
used
friends
to- I
had
used-
too, but it was for parts rather than the whole Beyblade.
Yeah.
Oh, you did for parts. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
if you won, you could pick a part from the other person's build. And like,
That's
do
no,
that.
we would just
I didn't do
trade.
that. But me and my friends used to bet Yu-Gi-Oh cards on who would win the match. Needless to say, I got really good at Yu-Gi-Oh for a
we
while.
couldn't-
I had my own mat and everything.
We couldn't do that at my school because we had these twin boys from that were like Chinese, like foreign exchange students, and they were able to get their hands on cards before our school could. So they came in like and just wiped our entire school like like flat. Dude.
Y'all
Like there was
remember those
nobody that were
fucking-
beating these
The
guys.
little armrest like card
Yeah,
things you
dude.
could.
Yeah.
Damn, those things were so fucking cool.
I
Yeah, I wanted
went
one.
to I went
wanted one
to
so bad.
Boys and Girls Club when I was like 6th grade, beginning of middle school, you know?
Mhm.
And I used to play people at Yu-Gi-Oh and take their cards at Boys and Girls Club until I got in trouble.
Man, you went to a very different boys and girls club than I saw when I was like a teenager. Mine had kids like fighting each other.
Well, yeah, dude. I went to the Selwood one.
Oh, I was in North Portland. There's
a stark difference between North Portland and Selwood.
Yeah, there is. There really is.
Selwood has like what you imagine as a hipster right now. Selwood has always been that.
Yeah, like, no, that's for sure. That's for sure.
As long as I can remember.
Oh man.
Speaking of those exchange students, though, my cousins from Thailand used to send me Yu-Gi-Oh cards back in the day, and I remember I had actually gotten Slifer the Sky Dragon and Obelisk the Tormentor before they even came out in the US.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Were they in Thai?
And I would do No, the Obelisk. So Slifer was in Thai, but the Obelisk, the Tormentor, was in English, and it had like the blue background. Like it had the same texture background or whatever, but it was blue, and that's how you knew it was like legit. And I was like, dude, this is like, it was like my most prized possession. And guess what happened? My dad got rid of it.
Oof.
Man,
as soon as I moved out.
Yeah, my parents got rid of all my Gundam action figures after I moved out, so I get it.
Yep. My parents.
Those are worth a lot of money now.
Yeah, they got rid of my Power Rangers collection, which is also worth a lot of money now.
Yeah, Power Rangers.
I had so many I had like a complete set of like OG Megazords and all that shit.
Me
man.
too. Yeah, since I was like 2 years old, actually, like 3 years old, I had that set.
It's like
from
what I
OG
would get.
Power
I would
Rangers.
literally get like I would get like a new addition to like the set for my birthday. Like every year was like I would get something from Power Rangers from one aunt specifically. She would always give me Power Ranger stuff.
Two things that I think might be pretty niche. One of less than the other. So I'll do that one first. Did you guys also meet random strangers on AIM?
Yes.
No.
Oh my god, the AIM chats.
My parents were very restrictive on instant messaging.
Good. They should be.
I did. Yeah. I have had many friends that did have those experiences, and they were all fucking wild. No, I did. I was basically only allowed to use instant messenger if I like had a username and I could prove it was from like somebody at school.
Okay, sure.
And then I could use it to talk to like a friend at school. But like I would only be allowed to use it from like a certain window of time. It was from like 7 to 9 o'clock. That was like the only time I was allowed to use it was at the end of the night.
Okay.
And then I couldn't use it anymore.
AIM was the shit, man. I used that so much in high school, man.
Very dangerous.
I did not have access to the internet. Like I didn't have my own computer with access to the internet until high school.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, I mean, we didn't have our own computers. We just had the one family computer, and I had
my own.
I spent a majority of my free time that was not like playing video games or reading books was spent on our computer doing either AOL Instant Messenger with random ass empty chat rooms, or B, the second thing I was going to bring up, and I don't know if you guys did this either, but Gaia Online. Any of you play that? No? Okay. So that
but I did
I was playing
RuneScape.
I did play all sorts of fucking random browser shit
and
though,
Diablo.
dude.
So hold on, let me be clear.
Diablo
Let me
had
be
its
clear.
grips in
This
me.
was not a video game. This was a anime version of Neopets.
No, because I played Neopets.
I did Neopets.
Okay. So it was kind of after Neopets was a thing, but you had a little anime avatar guy that you could use.
I wanted to do this shit.
And you could dress them up, and like you earned money by going into different chat rooms that were sort of like Reddit forums and stuff with other people that were on this website. And you would just have conversations. That's how you earn money to be able to get new customizations and things like that. And they had tons of different fucking forums on there. It was crazy. And it was untethered, boys. It was very untethered. There were some forums I had no goddamn business getting into on that fucking website. And those people had no business making those forums on this website. But I definitely had some interesting people I probably shouldn't have been talking to when I was like 15. seen on that fucking
Dude,
website,
that was
dude.
just like not necessarily forums, but just like I would have like weird online experiences just because I was allowed to play a lot of MMOs like when they were early and popular.
Mhm.
Like I played Diablo 2 online as a child,
that
and I
too.
know for the most part, like Devin and I were the minority. Like it was Diablo was mostly played by grown ass men. And like because of like when it was released at the time and like what that era of computer gaming like was just not really like a youthful thing. Like it was adults that played these games. I played a lot of that. I played so much EverQuest online, dude. And like people were weird as fuck in that game. People were weird in MMOs early on, man, before that shit was
Yeah.
managed.
Devin.
You know what game I played online, and I was a very early adopter of the online gaming. This was before Halo 2 came out and like revolutionized console online playing. I had the network adapter on the PS2, and I played SOCOM online. That's what
Oh,
I
shit.
used to play.
I did
And
not have
I
that.
was definitely the only kid that was playing that game online.
Mhm.
Like that's where I learned about like how to like look for servers, joining up with people, making friends lists and party chats, and I was definitely the kid. I was definitely the kid that was playing with everybody.
Mhm.
The OG squeaker.
I
Yeah,
was.
dude, that was me in
I was
most
the OG
MMOs
squeaker.
and stuff. God, dude, and I remember like we used like completely different like voice chats. Like we used Ventrilo specifically. Like was like this voice chat that we used, and we used it for a really long time. Like,
Yeah,
and I don't even remember. I don't even know if that's still a thing.
Nah, I
Probably
don't.
not.
I don't think it is. I did play Diablo when I was really young too, but I never really did any like online games outside of like my uncle's space because from what I remember, most of those games it costed extra to do online play, and that was just something that like my mom was not willing to pay for. So like if I was not at my uncle's place playing on his computer or his console specifically, there was a lot of gaming experiences that I was not able to have at my mom's because we just didn't have the money or the resources to be able to do so. So I played Diablo like by myself at my uncle's. I played Doom 1 and 2 at my uncle's. Some pretty terrible fucking awful games. Even Silent Hill I played at my fucking uncle's place. But my very first real MMO experience was EverQuest, and that was because my uncle and I won it in a claw machine. They had like a box set for EverQuest.
That's crazy.
And you could get it, and we got that, and he booted it. He took me home, booted it up, and we turned it on. He set up the whole online situation, and it was janky. It was fucking dog shit.
Is this the uncle that when you called him asking about the smoker, he went, "Who's this?"
No, that's Tom. We call him Uncle because him and my mom are. It's a weird thing you're not gonna understand as a Palangi, but when
What'd you call?
Palangi, white guy,
What'd you call me? Wait, did you just assume I'm just white?
No. When with Southeast Asian and Pacific Island cultures, like someone who is an adult in your family has to have a like title to them if they're involved in your family. So like even if they're not actually that thing, like that's my auntie, even though she's not actually my auntie, right? I know that some families do godmom or something like that when they're not really their godmom, but definitely
Yeah, I have lots of family members who were just like some of my parents' best friends that I refer to as aunt and uncle.
Oh no, for
Yeah,
sure. I know that's normal for
that-
you guys. Yeah, that part's normal. But when Tom used to date my mom, like he was like a stepdad figuratively. But when he was no longer with my mom, he was still in the family. So how do you separate that? You know what I mean? So we just call him Uncle.
Your mom
Tom.
dated your uncle?
Okay, don't make that weird. Don't make that
I'm
weird.
not
All
making that.
right.
I'm not making that weird.
Okay.
That is the classification.
I mean,
that you
we
tweeted out for
we
us.
do I refer to him as uncle with you guys. Technically, we still call him dad. Like, so like it's weird because he's not my dad. You know what I mean? He's not even technically my stepdad. But like it's fucking weird, man. It's fucking weird, dude. Like I said, you weren't gonna get it. You weren't
All
gonna
right.
understand it.
No, I'm
Well,
not
we
saying I
could
don't
all
get it.
be your
You just
dad
laid it
because
out
this
very
has been
funny.
the Shipwreck Show, where once a week, every week, 4 of your Brethren Court dads gather together to discuss anything and everything seven
Okay,
seas
sure.
thrown our way. If you're riding this wave, Dad, you can head on over to our Discord channel where Dad can submit questions and topics and get exclusive post-show content and have early access to episodes before they go live on podcasts and video services. But you can also support us by following or subscribing to Dad Good Kraken over at twitch.tv/Good Kraken Show, or by subscribing to our YouTube channel by clicking the link in
Put
the
her
details
down.
and description section
Does not
below
wanna be
in
helped.
order to get updates when new episodes go live everywhere. Until next time, Dad.
Good googly moogly. That thing is juicy.
Oh my god.